because I've got something to say. We're live?
Yeah.
We are live, and I did not know that. But I want to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Ethel in Brooklyn, I don't know how you see us. We don't know how you guys watch us, but you know people watch us. They tune in, and that's a pretty cool thing. I decided I'm going to do something new. This whole COVID thing, I think that I have the cure for cancer. There's cancer out there. Don't go outside. Wear a mask. You can't shop. If they treated cancer like they did COVID, don't you think by now they should have a cure? I'm just saying. I mean, you don't want to make a cancer joke, right? But it's not a joke. COVID shut us down. We should make cancer like that. We should make it just like that. They're talking about women's vaginas in the Supreme Court as opposed to cancer. And we got to stop it. Come on in. Everybody's black here. Everybody's late. Hey, you.
Bye.
Oh, my gosh, it's my cousin. I say that every time, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's okay. You're here.
Brought a friend.
Hi, friend. Okay, then don't say hi to me, friend. I've been insulted before. I've had teenagers.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
How could you miss me in this huge place? Which I thought was funny that somebody complained that the mic wasn't on, and I said to myself, even I can whisper in here. I'm sorry, I need to line up. But that's okay, I'll do it. Because, well, guys, and you're watching, I'm so glad you're watching, I forgot that. And I'm excited, I'm going to be in a movie, God willing, if this writer's strike is over. So get this all in while you can. You guys have to have a lot of stuff. It's a very small group. We could talk really fast, but you guys got to have your stuff together. You have to have your EPKs going. I know that you work in the road. I don't know if you do NACA yet. I don't know if you've done NACA.
No, what's that?
That's the colleges. That's what you want to be in. You want to... NACA's National Association of Colleges, etc. But the A itself, etc. But I'll tell you, that sent me to a place. Listen, you're not going to be in a great hotel. I'm just going to tell you that. But you can make a lot of, you know, it's true. It's like a shitty hotel you're going to stay in, and you can get people that still remember you later on that will book you, and that's the most amazing part. I had a student here that booked me for a $10,000 gig, like just like that, the second year. To go to Philly. Philly's got talent, by the way. Wow. Like, I know it's LA and we're supposed to have like the best, but no way. Philly's got talent. They got some talent. And they got some heroin problems out there too. They sure do. I mean, when your cab driver knocks out and you're like, hey brother, you want me to drive? You know, don't laugh, this has happened to me too many times. Because in New York they're all Indian drivers, the majority, very polite. Until they call me woman. That's the shit I don't like. I hate that. Like I always tell Monica, I'm not gay, I'm not a feminist, but misogyny is real, just real. And this guy is in a taxi. It's a New York taxi. You gotta go like this, hail it, come pick up. And he said, I've got to go. And he just left me sitting in the taxi, and he ran into a restaurant and left me in his taxi. I could have stolen that taxi. And he had to pee. Yeah. But I got charged for that. Waiting time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's too crazy. But if you think that's crazy, a lot of crazy stuff is going on. And we've got somebody, first of all, let's give it up for Monica, our in-house scholar from Duke University.
Boo.
Oh yes, as a matter of fact, she's here so much that I'm going to bring her up first so that she can get her groove on. Okay? That she can get her groove on because you never know how it goes. Let's give it up for Monica with a K. Okay, I wasn't standing on it. Okay.
Oh my god, hi guys, welcome to Wacky Wednesday.
Yay!
Oh, this is so much fun. Give it a round for this place. I love LA School of Comedy. I love comedy. It's this melting pot of stories and pot. We come here, we tell our bits, we share our stories, we make these memories so that 5 years later we can look back on this day and put it in a podcast. That's what comedy is, guys. You know, I think comedy is like the asthma attack that you never knew you needed. Which is coincidentally the slogan for Marlboro cigarettes. But yeah, I'm a new comedian. I'm relatively new to the scene. I'm actually doing a show at Sunset Rooftop tomorrow. So that's very exciting. Which is hosted, and Lana's also going to be there, so give it for Lana and a bunch of other people who usually come here. Hosted by Sam, who could not be here today. I've done a couple of shows there. My first show there was a couple weeks ago, and I'd never been to a hookah bar before, so I was like, what's that lamppost with an erection? So that was funny. I took a little break from comedy because I got really sick, which is very rare for me, and it was really bad. It was one of those weeks where, you know, you're just like hacking phlegm into your sink, and you're like, how did my nose hair get in there? I was taking very bad care of myself, obviously, and I just had to keep reminding myself, Monica, carrot cake is not a vegetable.
Yeah, it is.
Neither is matcha, even if it's green. Come on in. Sorry. Hello.
Hey.
Oh my god, hi. But yeah, you know, I used to see a nutritionist, and my nutritionist told me I needed to eat more high volume foods. So I ate a loudspeaker. I had a friend who was trying to recover from a drug addiction while also trying to lose weight. So I just gave them Diet Coke. But anyways, I was really sick. You know what's bad when you're like motivation to go on with some reading the vaguely suggestive messages on Hall's cough drop wrappers, the ones that are like, keep going, you can do. Like, I don't want my willpower to be dependent on a lozenge. But yeah, later that week, I went to the doctor's office to see if I had strep or COVID or anything, which luckily I didn't. And my doctor looked at me, and she was like, you don't look like someone who could have mono. I was like, you did not have to verbalize my unfuckability right in my face. My girlfriend's in the audience.
Give it up.
We don't really do any of that stuff. Like, none of us have mono. We engage in more wordplay, then we do foreplay, then we do Coldplay. No offense to Coldplay, which I was telling to my doctor, who was looking at my mucus, which, like my favorite Coldplay song, was all yellow. But yes, neither of us have mono. The only fluids we've been exchanging is our ever-going exploration of our own gender fluidity. And if you don't agree, you can fight me on that. Mono al mono. I don't go to USC, but I live very close to USC, and it was recently grad week at USC, which could only mean one thing. All the seniors were fucking. I used to live in an apartment building that had a lot of USC students in it, and just like along my hall, just like the rhythmic contraction of bed springs of my neighbors, it was like a garage band metronome, guys. It was bad. It just all the senior 69, multiple members of the class of 23 69ing. It's almost like 69 is a multiple of 23.
Oh.
Blew you away with math. It's getting hotter outside, guys. Actually, that's a lie, but let's pretend that it is for the purpose of this joke. I said that joke like 2 weeks ago, and then I look outside, I'm like, nope, it's pretty cold. But yeah, it's getting hotter outside. I know a lot of women are trying to get that hourglass figure, but personally, I don't want my ankles to be that big. I stopped working out intensely during the pandemic, you know, to flatten the curves. Before that, I did cross country. I did cross country before that, which really hurt all of my friendships because all my relationships were long distance. But I've never really been like much into gym culture and that kind of thing. One thing I don't like about gym culture is I hate workout clothing. I hate those commercials for like Lululemon leggings that are like, these leggings will help your legs breathe. And I'm like, you don't breathe from your legs. Or those dudes who wear those sleeveless tops with the really deep slits because they couldn't decide whether to wear a tank top or a crossing guard vest. But yeah, guys, it's getting hotter outside. I've always wanted to take a merry-go-round, but attach it from the ceiling, like a ceiling fan. But there's horses sticking out of it, and you can like ride the horses, but from like upside down. I really hope that joke put the arousal in carousel. I know what you're thinking, Monica. That's not how you spell arousal. But like any horse, nobody likes a naysayer. Do you guys ever wonder if chain smokers get lead poisoning? You know, from all the necklaces? Okay, thanks guys. I'll leave you with that. I will be behind the computer. Thanks Mike. Give a round of applause for Mike for substituting in. But yeah, have fun. This Wednesday is gonna be wacky. And you can find me on Instagram at Monica Narain. That's Monica _Narain_. That's Monica with the K. And if you want to support my platform, don't put your feet on the stage. Thank you.
There you go. The guy was supposed to come to. Give it up for friggin' Monica. You're not gonna find anybody who's a scientist that's gonna be that funny. And yeah, she's a scientist. She does that real stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys that you know, everybody has a different situation in here, so just go along with me on this. And some people are working on their sets for club sets. And if you're new here, if you're watching and you're new here, your club set for your, you know, when you're going up, you should have 5 minutes at least, 5 to 7. Some places it's 3, some places it's 2. But for our class here, we do 5 to 7. So right now, we're going to have we'll see if we can do a tight 5 with this young lady is coming up here. And we're going to give you the light at 3. And everybody, when she goes like this, that means that, well, you have, what light do you give her, a 3-minute or 2-minute?
When you have 2 left.
Okay, so you'll have 2 left. All right. This is like a completely foreign language, isn't it? But you'll get it. The more you come here, the more you'll get it. And the more, like, you can hide. That is so, oh, I love those pants. Oh, my God. Stay up here because we're going to give it up for the comedy of the one and only Lana. Let her hear you.
Thank you, Cinda. Thank you. Let me let everybody see that.
Ah, yeah, girl. Work that stage.
Don't start counting yet. Hi, I am Lana, and I am first-generation Arab American. Not the oil kind, the Palestinian kind. Which basically is all the trauma without the generational wealth, right? The only thing you inherit as a Palestinian is PTSD and great hair. Except it is everywhere. You know? There's that, right? And since I did go to school here like you guys, I really don't expect you to know about the Middle East. But since I had to live there, consider this your idiot's guide to Middle East conflict. Okay? Palestinians are like Bigfoot. Not because we're hairy, but because even if you get a picture of us, some people will still say we don't exist. And I know people talk about weapons of mass destruction, right? And how many of you still think that they had some in Iraq? Raise your hand, please. I hope there are no hands because there were none in Iraq. Because the only weapons that we would have is the weapons that America would sell us. Weapons of mass destruction, to me, are the slippers on the feet of Arab mom. And why? Because those women have sniper-level accuracy on those things, okay? Because when you don't have weapons, you just have to get really great at throwing things, you know? And since in Palestine, all we have are rocks, you guys can just do the math, right? Oh, yeah, sorry, you guys went to school here, so you're good at math, right? But sorry. Because when I was 14, my dad moved us to the Middle East. And again, this was a good idea to him, but not to us. When I grew up in America, when kids said they were grounded, it meant that their parents took their Nintendo away and would send them to their room for the weekend, right? But in the Middle East, it meant our parents beat us into the ground and sent us to our room till we were married. They didn't even let us ride bikes or horses. I think they thought it would give us some kind of like a sexual awakening. Which, fair enough, I did lose my virginity to an Egyptian DJ who was hung like Seabiscuit. So maybe there was something to that. But since I've been back in America, I will say that I have not done much better with dating. And in the Middle East, at least I knew I just had to be afraid of arranged marriages and being offed for getting off. But here, you guys have to worry about deadbeat dads. You know, our dads just beat us dead. But they stuck around, right? And that's what's important, right? But, you know, now, sorry. And as someone who is on dating apps now, I will say that they are not fun. They are not great. They are actually a nightmare, because the last time I used my thumbs that much was playing Super Mario Brothers, right? Only when you see red flags in Super Mario, it means you're about to level up and get some gold coins, right? The red flags on dating apps do not come with gold and definitely will not have you leveling up, okay? They're just guys that say they're open to long-term relationships but still open to short. So as someone who unfortunately almost died for having sex, I can say that it is not worth dying for. Okay? For sure not. And the best orgasm, even the best orgasm, will lose its value as soon as it's over. Just like right after, right? Do you know what doesn't lose its value? Real estate. Gold. Government bonds. So if any of you know a man who has any of those things, who would be interested in sharing them with a slightly emotionally abusive 6'1" Palestinian woman, please have them find me on TikTok, Instagram, or my favorite, Cash App.
Yeah.
At the Lana Sala. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Oh my God. That's so funny. Oh, sorry. I got caught myself my wrong mode. I was just getting ready to go. I forgot completely where we were. That was funny. But I had something else to add. The bit before Nintendo. I was thinking about. That's funny stuff, man. Just think about it. To see if somebody say, "Look at my hair. I got beautiful hair all over." That's so funny because it's true for me. Anyway, they used to tease me when I was a kid too. They're like, "Someone has a mustache." My mother's like, "Did you shave your mustache?" I was like, "No." But why couldn't I? Why did you want me to have it, Mom? Black people are crazy too, okay? They use house shoes too. They crazy. I lied to my mother once. She's like, "Did you shave your eyebrow?" I was like, "No." And I had shaved my eyebrow. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I shaved my eyebrow, but I do know that this gentleman is a graduate, a new graduate, Mazel Tov. And do I have your full name here? J.D. Stewart?
Yeah.
I'm right. See that? There's only one. J.D. Stewart. Let him hear you.
So this just happened to me just now. I got in a huge fight with my girlfriend. Oh, can I not walk?
You can walk.
I got in a huge fight with my girlfriend. See, for years she had this just nasty porn addiction. And I told her, "Listen, if you don't stop watching porn right now, I'm gonna leave." And she didn't like that. She said, "That's not fair." Oh no, I already screwed this up.
Do that. The dildo did it. I'll do it, baby. I'll do it. I'll talk for my stuff. Don't worry. It's not you. We're gonna do this all over again. Give it up for JD!
Alright, so I got in a huge fight with my girlfriend and I told her, "Listen, you gotta stop watching porn or I'm gonna leave right now." She said, "That's not fair. Everybody watches porn. You watch porn, so why do I need to stop watching porn?" I said, "Because this airplane is really crowded and everyone is staring at us." So I'm out of that relationship now, which is good because that means I get to focus on golf, which is something I've been putting off for years. And I had a buddy of mine, he hit me up and he said, I heard what happened. Do you want to go play golf? And I told him, sure. I'll bring 2 of my buddies and we'll have a foursome. Then we could play golf after. The single life is kind of hard. I tried dating apps too, which are basically impossible if you're a guy. Like, unless you're like a football player or like a real Chad, you can swipe 1,000 times and you'll never get like a single match. And that's exactly what happened to me until I found the secret. Like, my first week, I only had 1 match. It was a girl. She had 1 picture. Her only picture was a picture of a bloody foot. And I was like, oh my god, that looks like a gunshot wound. Like, I guess Tinder's telling me I should be dating wounded feet. But that made me change my approach. I decided I gotta do something different, because that's not working. So if you want more matches on Tinder, all you gotta do is this. You're not gonna change your photos. You're not gonna hire a photographer. You're not gonna put something clever in the bio. All you're gonna do is this. You're gonna go into your settings. You're gonna go to where it says height, and you're gonna change it to 6'5". And you just wait for the matches to start rolling in. They'll just start rolling in. That's not the secret that I'm talking about, because that just gets your foot in the door. Your bloody foot in the door. The secret is, be an asshole. You're not gonna tell her that she's beautiful or give her some kind of like offhanded compliment or some like cringe pickup line. Like, she's gonna think you're a pedophile. Don't do that. Be an asshole. Be an asshole. So what you're gonna tell her is this. When you first match with her, you're gonna tell her that she's beautiful, but she'd be even more beautiful if her head was mounted on a stick. And she's gonna be like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, can I come over? And then when you want to close the deal, this is what you're gonna tell her. You're gonna ask her if you can come over and use her refrigerator to hide a dead body because your crawl space is full. And she's gonna be like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, I've never heard that one before. What time do you want to come over? We'll be over there in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. It's better than whatever you guys are trying. Trust me. It works. Like, you ever see the Ted Bundy trial? You notice how he's like surrounded by women? There's a reason for that. You gotta take that Ted Bundy energy and just put it into Tinder. It works. But now that I'm single, I have all this free time on my hand. I've been watching 60 Minutes. And this just happened. They just had Adam Sandler on 60 Minutes. And I thought this would be a good opportunity. You know, he's a really successful comedian. There was probably something that I could learn from him. But for some reason, the entire episode, all he wanted to do was talk about basketball. He wanted to talk about how he's the MVP of his rec league and he's the best shooter in all of Hollywood. And I think we all know the best shooter. I think we all know the best shooter in Hollywood is Alec Baldwin. You might be saying, ooh, too soon, he killed someone. It was a horrible tragedy, and it wasn't his fault. Yeah.
I agree.
Someone handed him a loaded gun. They told him the gun was cold, but it was hot. And now a woman's dead. So I know that joke was done in poor taste. So I want everyone to know that I stand behind Alec Baldwin, because I would never stand in front of him. That's my 5.
You get 10 minutes.
I paid for 5.
Oh, you did? We don't do that here. Thank you for telling me. It's $10 to get on the stage.
And because we do a lot of nice things for you guys. Like, for example, you get a card, you get a free open mic after 5 open mics. If you write a review for us on Google, I'll give you a free open mic. You got to show me. You know, but we're going to get you all going before I just go. I'm trying to read this. I think it's Dub Rudnick is coming up. That's what his name is. Dub. Where?
There.
What are you going to do with that cup of coffee up here?
It's not a cup of coffee.
Okay. Okay, I'm scared.
It's liquid courage.
Oh,
No,
another one.
Yeah. No, I know it's terrible. It's fun. I never drank actually, and since I've been doing stand-up comedy, it's like it really helps a little bit. A pinch. It's a problem. She's like, I don't know. I'm sorry I didn't bring any for all of you.
They got your back.
Okay. Next time, I promise. All right, I'm gonna work on some stuff today. Hi, I'm Dove. I'm doing this show on Saturday, and I was gonna talk about Shabbos, it's the Sabbath, and how it's the one commandment that is kind of groovy. Like every commandment, like of the 10 Commandments, is do this, don't do that, you shall not, you shall stop, don't even think about it, don't even look at her. And this one says, remember to chill out. Remember, one day a week, don't work. It's the best commandment there is.
Ever.
It's the best commandment. It's the one thing I like about the religion, for that matter. But yeah, I'm Jewish, but I got comedy on it. Yeah, it's I think that I'm a very particular kind of Jew. I'm what I call a left coast hippie Jew. And it's a very particular thing. I grew up in Venice in the 70s and 80s, and so my picture of a Jew was like someone like the hair like that and your hair, bell bottoms like your bell bottoms, Birkenstocks, smoking any number of substances, playing folk songs, and like trying to sleep with each other's spouses. Like that's what a Jew was in Venice. And then I grew up and I got older and I was like, no, there's a whole other world. And Jews didn't believe in God. I didn't know Jews believed in God. It turns out it's like a big part of the religion, the monotheism. And I was like, oh, it's like half the world is based on this Abrahamic tradition. They must love the Jews. They must be so grateful. They're just like, you're awesome, right? You gave us God. Yeah, and then I learned that wasn't necessarily the case. But it's funny how the cool thing about being Jewish is that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to believe anything. I think in other religions you have to believe this, that, and the other, and it's like you get a diploma, you don't even have to go to school. It's great. And the anti-Semites did that for us.
Of course.
The Nazis did that for us because they didn't care what you believed. You couldn't go to the gates of Auschwitz and say, excuse me, Mr. Gestapo, I don't believe any of this nonsense. This eat kosher, but not eat pork is delicious. I would love a Wiener Schnitzel right about now. This is nonsense. They said, no, this is not good enough for you. They right to the showers. So we get to be Jewish and we don't have to believe in anything. It's a nice thing. It's a nice little perk. Yeah. So I have a lot of religious friends, though. I do have a lot of religious friends. I went to a wedding in Houston last weekend, and it was cool. It was great. I flew out there, hotel, rental car, everything. It was kind of pricey for my wife and my daughter and myself. And we went to the bride's house to just on the Saturday of the wedding. And she was all flustered, getting prepared. And I said, is there anything we could do? And she said, oh my gosh, yes, we got to get all of this food over to the venue. And I said, yeah, of course, we're happy to do it. Yeah, we got a rental car. And she's like, oh my God, thank Jesus, thank God. I put out the prayer and God answered. And I'm thinking to myself, God didn't fly out to Houston. That was us. She's like, God is good. I was like, God's working through a couple atheist Jews to provide you with, okay. But people do that, And it's funny because then on the night of the wedding, that night at the altar, she did the same thing with regards to her husband, lovely man. But she said, she gave this tearful speech. It was beautiful about how grateful she was, how she prayed to God to provide her with a good man for her 2 children. She has 2 beautiful daughters. And God answered her call, and here he was, and she was crying, and everyone in the audience was crying. I was crying. But I'm thinking, God ain't about to marry you. It's like that dude's about to, God ain't saying I do right now. But people do that, They give credit to God for everything. You notice that?
Yes.
Anything good that happens is God. And athletes do it a lot. They accomplish something amazing. Manny Pacquiao, that's his motto. All honor and glory to God. And he says, this is all God working through me. And I'm thinking okay. What does that mean for the person who's fighting Manny Pacquiao? You know what I mean? And if it is God working through you, I feel like you should disclose that. Because you sign up to fight a little 5-foot, 140-pound Filipino dude, and you're contending with the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit... Yeah. Fuck it. But he will rain hell fury on you. But yeah, so... they do that. We all do it, though. We always say thank God. I almost hit a homeless guy the other day. It was terrible. I thank God I didn't hit him. Oh, my God. No, I mean, it's funny, but it's like, I was thinking, God, if you're listening, thank you. But maybe you could do a little work beforehand, like get him some mental health resources, get him a job, get him cleaned up, you know, something so he's not walking across the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard. That way you don't have to intervene at the last second. Not trying to tell you how you do your job. I know you're God and almighty and all knowing and all that stuff, but it just seems like you're making more work for yourself. God. But it's funny, we all do it though. We all thank God and we all sort of like interpret good things that happen as grace of God, which in some ways is a little bit vain, if you ask me. It's a little bit using the name of God in vain or whatever that third commandment is. It's like, if you think about it, you could be sleeping with your best friend's spouse right now. Some of you might just be, or at least thinking about it. And you don't want them to find out. It'll be a disaster. And let's say they missed the text. You erased the text just in time. What do you think? You go, oh my God, thank God. Using God. God had nothing to do with that. Everyone uses it. Pedophiles could use it. Pedophile could be like, so I was molesting this 8-year-old child in Ralph's parking lot, and I poked my head up, and a cop just went right by me. And the kid was down there doing the thing, and I got froze up, but the cop went right by, and I just, I said, thank God. God is good. God is good. I'll let that one sink in. God is good.
Change it to
Pedophilia. Horrific, traumatic abuse for all-time life. I gotta work on that one. I think there's some gold there. But
Tell Ara.
any theists in the house? We got any theists in the house? Any believers? Yeah?
No.
No?
That's so funny.
No? Okay.
I'm a believer.
Okay.
I'm a believer in atheist Jews.
I don't know what I believe in, to be honest with you. I believe in laughter. Oh, that was very touching. And that's bullshit, but but thank you so much. My name is Dov Rudnick. How much time do I have? More
Where do
time?
we find you?
You have a minute.
I am at the Comedy Chateau on Saturday night. Every Saturday. 10 o'clock. Come on through. I'll buy you a drink. I'd love to see you.
We'll be there.
All right. Thank you so much.
Give it up! For Dov Rudnick!
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put Dov in the same room with Ari Spears for the next show. Alright, so that's an inside joke, right? Wow. Did anybody ever see that?
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't.
What's understood doesn't need to be explained.
But I will tell you, I did a sketch like that, but I played the little girl.
No.
Oh, it's terrible. And I go, come on, Mr. Carter, let me sit on your lap. He's like, no, little Sadie, go home. I'm like, no, I want to sit on your lap and play. It was very funny then, but trust me, I wouldn't do that now. Because my kids would cancel me because, what am I today? Oh yeah. My husband got sick on Korean barbecue. Where you cook it yourself or something?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I did a lot of shit, in fact. Yeah, and I said that he got sick. And I said, what happened? He said, Korean barbecue. And I said to my daughter, what happened to Dad? I said, he had Korean food. And she goes, yeah, of course, because you're a racist. It could happen with Italian food, too. I really can't spell your name good, but that's okay, because, like, I'm feeling groovy with the comedy of Mr. Mike Moody, who just finished his one-person show. Yeah. Give up the love! For the glove. For the glove.
I don't even know what that means.
You should know.
Love with the glove.
You have some kids.
I can't do it right now. Not at my age. I have kids. She loves when I say that because it's a reference to little older people. Exactly. How you guys are? You guys good?
Yeah.
That's funny. My name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is weird. Growing up with your grandparents, the only time you get beat, and then you ask them if they're okay. They're like, you alright? I hear you wheezing. When they say it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me, they really mean it. They're like out of breath. Like they're really tired. I was watching 2012. You guys ever seen 2012 before? No. You ever seen those disaster movies? 2012, like Armageddon. You know those old school like 90s movies? They have a lot of so it's like a world conflict or something happening. And then but the thing about it that I thought was interesting is like the president is never a white man. He's always like a black woman or a woman or a black man. So everybody's like, we need reform in the government. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill out. Like, I have a colorful cabinet. Like the Secretary of State is like a child. There's always some weird shit in those like futuristic movies about like the world. And like, we need a colorful cabinet. And I'm like, that's the sign of the end times. It's just inclusive government. Like, we have an inclusive government for one term, tops. And when something's bad, it's gonna happen. Because we need the president who's fucking 7 years old to come up and be like, hey, there's an asteroid. Shit, they're getting weird. You know what I found out that bothers me more than racism? Is somebody proving to me that they're not racist for fucking 45 minutes straight. Like, that's what the worst for me. I hate that shit. I actually went out with my couple of friends of mine that do comedy, and they're a couple. They're married. It's two white people. And I'm just telling. And they just explained to me for 4 hours why they weren't racist. And then they just paid for everything. You know, I was like, this is cool, I guess. You know what I mean? But the more and more they paid for everything, which I thought was extra, the more and more I felt like Arnold off Different Strokes. I just felt like this was like some type of like good karma shit they were trying to fulfill. It's weird. Okay, no, race is different. It's a different thing. But I just felt like yeah, you know, they should definitely not segregate restaurants. You should cook food and we should eat it. It's like, I get it. Matter of fact, you could like live in our backyard and like cook food. And I'm like, okay, this is starting to sound more like racism than it did before. Speaking of racism, I saw that they're doing a Color Purple movie, another one that is based on the Broadway play or the Broadway musical. I want to give it their respect. But everybody loves it, which I think is cool, I guess. But you know what really does make black suffrage smooth is people singing through it. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I've been to church. You know what makes black people feel better is just singing through the whole shit. That's what's happening. I'm tired of slave movies. And not even just slave movies, I'm tired of black people in fucking neutral colors in a movie. Like, I'm tired of no colors. I know it's called Color Purple, but you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm tired of niggas in tan, just sad as shit. Yellow colored clothes and shit. It looks like some sand or some white fucking shit that somebody gave him to wear or something weird. Okay, so speaking of race, I realized that I watched one of my favorite Disney movies and realized that it had a fucking underlying tone that had nothing to do with the visual version of the movie. You guys ever seen like George the Jungle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
George the Jungle is about interracial relationships. You don't think so? What is Tarzan about? Exactly. Tarzan is some black person in Africa. Even as a white guy. But George of the Jungle is like literally about interracial relationships. She goes to meet him in Africa. He teaches her how to dance. He has this smart black friend. And she tells him, hey, he scares me when he talks to me. Remember that? She said he's scared. So he has to dumb himself down for her. They met in Africa. He can play the drums. still working on this one, but that's he play the drums. He has a big dick. Remember the scene where her friend is like, "Oh my God, he has a big," you know what I mean? Y'all remember it now, right? So then also, and then he can run really fast, and he has the Nike endorsement scene. Remember at the end when he puts on the Nikes and they show the whole, yeah, the fucking up-tempo Air Jordans from 1997. I know what they are. I've always wanted those shoes. I don't know why, but I guess I was like, these shoes are cool for a white man to run in them. Maybe they are supreme. But no, they're all about, it's all about race. You gotta watch the movie again. The mother-in-law hates him. Remember that? She's like, wear stripes, you're a spot. There's a whole lot of hate that's happening. There's a whole interracial movie happening. That's tricky shit, but I gotta figure it all out. But that's definitely what that movie's about. Africa, all that shit. Richard Roundtree's in it. Like, you guys gotta pay attention to everything happening. Anybody in a good relationship?
Yeah.
Yes, good.
You better say yes back there.
No, she's over there.
No, that was good. I wasn't even trying to target you. I was... No, it's cool. I think we're so used to, like, toxic relationships because toxic relationships feel like dynamic relationships. And there's a difference between a toxic relationship and a dynamic one. You need to change yourself. There's a lot of emotion involved. You need to work on yourself for it to work. But it's the same exact thing, except the toxic one, there's no benefit. You're just working your ass off. And that's cool because they feel the same. That's why people get caught up with the wrong person. But the other thing about toxic relationships or bad relationships is even when you do have a good relationship after a toxic one, you don't even believe it. Like, it feels like... Don't you feel like you make somebody like I called, I text you, I just want to see how you're doing. And you're like, do you work for like the CIA or something? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Why are you asking me how I'm doing? Like, you don't trust that shit. You don't trust somebody caring about you. It's very weird. Thank you. I just don't know why we do that. I don't know why we do that. Women are way better at toxic relationships than men. They can handle them better. Women are cool when they have a toxic relationship. Dudes look fucking stupid. I don't know what that's about, but like, just way more excitement. You know what I mean? It's cool for women to have way more excitement than a dude. You know what I mean? Like, I think Candace always is hot, but I can't take her on a date. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm destroying my night for some hypothetical later on. You know what I mean? Y'all should pick good people to be with. And Georgia's Jungle is about a black man. Thank you guys so much.
Michael Mooney!
What did you say that woke me up?
So many things.
Is somebody coming in?
I thought they were. It was people
No,
talking.
I said so many things.
So many things, yeah. And I want to lock my door. I don't know what made me think of that. Now, the interracial relationship. Can you just imagine if Meghan Markle was involved with that, with stripes against spots?
Yeah. Yeah.
Meghan Markle has to just calm down a little bit, because every black person wants to know what the baby looks like. Since I was a kid, anyway.
Yeah.
Look at the little boys, this and that, and you look at the ears and all this stuff, because we're scientists, like Monica. Just different. So different. And you know something? I am trying to get in the groove, but I haven't seen this man for a long time, so he's going to make me happy. Let's give it up for the comedy of Mr. GQ.
Hey.
What's up, Monica? I liked you until she hollered out Duke. I don't know if you follow sports, but fuck Duke and fuck Christian Laettner. I'm a Kentucky fan. You don't? You don't?
No.
Oh, because you was in the science lab and shit?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I love Duke, but I also kind of hate Duke, so I
Fuck Duke. But yeah, man.
I get why everyone hates Duke.
It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But my homeboy, he came out to me the other day. Told me he's gay. And I wasn't really surprised. For the last 19 months, he's been doing a lot of suspect shit. I give you some examples. He loves basketball. You know how you play air basketball? You be like trash can, Kobe. Or if you see like a doorway, you act like you Shaq and you dunk. He does that, but he only plays defense. He just walks up to random dudes and starts guarding them. He don't even follow NBA rules. He be hand checking and shit. I was at the gas station, pump number 9, put about $20 in the gas tank. He did that to me. He walked up to me, scared the shit out of me. I thought I was getting robbed. He said, bitch, you do that bullshit again, I'm gonna spray your ass with this premium petrol. For Halloween, he dressed up as Uncle Clifford from the show P-Valley. If you don't know who Uncle Clifford is, Google it. He wore that costume for like 2 weeks. He still wears it on weekends and every third Tuesday. I don't know where he goes in that outfit. That's on him. But what really confirmed my suspicions was 3 weeks ago. He said, I want to go on a guy's trip. And I was instantly turned off. Not because he's gay, it's just I'm more of a solo traveler. I said, but he's my peoples. I said, all right, motherfucker, where you trying to go? I'm thinking he's going to be like Miami, Dominican Republic. He said Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is in Tennessee. The Great Smoky Mountains. You know, Big Titty, Dolly Parton, all that shit is out there. So Gatlinburg is more of a place for like families and couples. But they got some fly-ass cabins with like pool tables and hot tubs and shit. But make sure you lock your car doors because they got bears and like literally the bears will open up your car door and ransack your shit. Look on YouTube, I ain't lying. So they added me to this Facebook group. A Facebook group chat called Gatlinburg Get Down 2023. So me being me, I get in there, hey, what's up, fellas? We finna have some bitches in the cabin. I got 6 replies that all said the same thing. It said, nope, no bitches. And like 15 explanation points behind it. And then this other dude, he commented and he just said, ew. So I was like, all right, when we go out in town, are we gonna chill with some bitches? The dude who organized it replied back. He said, you'll be in a house with 9 bad bitches. There's no need for no women.
Okay.
No shit.
I hit my homeboy up and said, hey, what's up with this bullshit ass trip? And are you gay? He said, yeah, GQ, I am. But I didn't know how to tell you. I said, motherfucker, for the last 19 months, you gave me a lot of signs. And he said, I didn't know how you would react and what you would think. And straight up, I told him, I said, look, when you sucking dick, when you getting fucked in the ass, or if you fucking in the ass, I am nowhere in proximity of that shit. I don't give a fuck what you do. That's your business. What I care about is how you treat me and how you are as a human, because at the end of the day, that's all that fucking matters.
Hello.
But just because you my peoples don't mean you excluded from these motherfucking jokes. And tell your little friends at the LGBTQHIJK asterisk $ backside, whatever symbols and letters that y'all want to steal, to relax, be cool, and take these jokes just how you take that goddamn dick. And with that being said, I want to say to y'all too and whoever else, happy Pride Month, even though I'm a day early. Yeah, man. And then I got a text the other day that my childhood babysitter died.
Oh, shit.
And me, I was like, man, fuck Miss Rima. Give a fuck about that bitch. Miss Rima was a klepto. The reason she stopped being my babysitter is because the bitch went to prison for stealing. Man, 1997, that bitch stole money out my birthday card. Fuck Miss Rima. But before Miss Rima died, she had like some health problems. Like she had like pancreas shit. So, excuse me, Lil Rodney, he used to get babysitted too. He hit me up on Facebook. It was like, hey G, Miss Rima ain't doing too good. Her organs is failing. I said, Rodney, tell that bitch to go steal a new pancreas. She steal every fucking thing else. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, she died. I didn't go to the funeral. I won't waste time. I wasn't going back to Kentucky for Miss Rima. Fuck her. Unless she can steal me some flight fare, then I'll go. So me and Lil Rodney and shit, man, we talking and everything. He's like, man, Miss Rima, she look good. She went to heaven. I said, Rodney, you know I'm atheist. I don't believe in heaven or hell. But if that was real, I'm pretty sure that bitch would find her way to steal a ticket into heaven. Because that motherfucker's going to hell. How much more time I got? 2 minutes, that's what's up. 3 minutes? Damn, it's about as long as I'll be fucking on a good day. I was just joking. Yeah. Who else can I roast in right quick? Nah, but you 6 foot Palestinian and shit. I love foreign women. Shit, we can have a fucking Black Panther Palestinian kid, the fucking Lakers Clippers, it don't even matter. I'm 6'1", you 6'1". Shit, that baby can be at least 6'8". And all the little toxic bullshit that you seen on them dating apps, that ain't even me. Yeah, how you been, Miss Jones? That's been a minute.
I know.
The last time I was here, they said you was in like New York or something.
That's my house.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh yeah, you got to tell me about the NACA stuff, going to the colleges and all that.
No, you don't
I need to take that money.
You need to make that money.
No, I said take it. Make it or take it, don't matter.
Take it.
That's what's up.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but I've been kind of wanting to fucking like start roasting people in the audience and shit. But people be all sensitive and stuff, but I don't give a shit. What's your name, cuz?
JD.
Yeah, JD, you a nasty motherfucker, man.
Thank you.
Because I was in the bathroom and JD was pissing, so I had to wait because the urinal was broken. Yeah. And I'm real big on like, the urinal. It got fucking trash can stuff covering it up.
I've been there for a minute. So.
And I'm real big on health and hand washing and stuff.
You gotta tell me.
And you did something to irk me, JD.
Wash one hand.
Yeah. As soon as the water came on, that shit went off. I said, "Oh shit!" And you didn't even lather.
Oh,
you want to know why he didn't lather? Because he didn't use no. No, there was soap. He didn't use no soap.
Oh shit.
Got me. I don't want to touch anything in there.
I
don't know what's been in there.
You know what's been in there?
No.
So you gotta wash. It don't matter. You spreading the whole germs and Jesus and all that stuff.
Oh shit.
Corona 21 presented by JD. The ginger.
21.
We moving it over. But yeah, who else can I roll? It's all love. But hey, you need to stop that. That's why, that's one of the reasons why I don't like touching motherfuckers. I was so happy when COVID was happening and they said 6 feet apart. For real, man. You gotta wash and stuff. How you doing, lady?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
That's what's up. What's your name?
Lila.
What's up, Lila?
Hey.
I was just watching a TV show with this chick named Lila. She was a hoe though, but it's not you. I was watching Friday Night Lights.
I didn't watch that.
Don't. It's all good. Lila Garrity's a hoe. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to say about Miss Ring, but I forgot, man. She fucking.
She did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, hella dead ass. But man, something else I was gonna say is shit like she fucking like stole Christmas and shit. Like the fucking Grinch. The fucking Grinch showed up and it was like, damn, bitch, Rima beat you to it. But yeah, rest in peace, Miss Rima, wherever you may be. You thieving ass bitch. I'm still mad she stole my birthday card in '97.
That's so fucking crazy.
She stole your piece.
Oh yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram at GCUE502 and the same with them other sites. And then you can listen to me on the Fresh podcast. That's Fresh with 3 H's. Thank y'all.
There you go. It's fresh. Wait, where the hell do you think you're going? You have to really pee. You're funnier when you hold it in. Did you know that?
I think I was going to wash my hands too. After that.
Well, you're getting ready to go up on stage. Let's give it up for Josh, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I'm sorry,
Josh, I gotta go, but I appreciate it.
Okay, sorry.
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
I have to pee.
Aha!
Let's talk about that. I was going to wash both hands.
Hey.
Ah!
My quick story about people named Lila. I'm on a tennis team at school. I go to school. And we have this like party at the end of every semester where you bring a date. And I brought this girl, Lila, who I'd been hanging out with. And I introduced her as Ella. and we no longer hang out. Ella happened to be my roommate's girlfriend at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good mix of
Wow.
scenarios. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey,
I like your cardigan.
Thank you, thank you.
I can never wear a cardigan.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just can't. I've tried and it doesn't work. I've tried and failed. I got my own outfit though. It's polo week. I've decided. I'm wearing polos. I'm kind of like the boss's son. That's kind of my vibe. But like I earned it, you know. Like I get some perks, but like I kind of deserve it. I deserve the perks. I am the boss's son. Both of my parents run their own businesses, so it works for me.
Hey.
Yeah. I've noticed that I have trouble flirting when I'm shirtless. You know? It's kind of hard to approach someone when you're not wearing enough clothes. Like I don't know what to say. The best reaction I've gotten to being shirtless, though, best thing a girl said to me, she said this. She went, "Oh my God, you have 3 nipples." Like I didn't know. She said like I didn't know. I was like, yeah, do you? You can't really lead with that. I can't walk up to a girl shirtless and be like, I was just over there looking at you and bet I have more nipples than you. Doesn't really work out usually. Yeah. I'm happy that went well. Having crushes is weird, you know. I'm still young, but even when you're younger, it's really weird. Like elementary school. Like before, you don't even know what sex is yet. You just kind of like smush your faces together, hope for the best. You know? If you're anything like me, when I was in elementary school, I was like too afraid to even talk to the girl I liked. I had to like sit on the other side of the classroom, couldn't go anywhere near her. Yeah, I found out later that she also had a crush on me. That's always tough. But I try not to beat myself up about it too much, you know? If it wasn't for that experience, like, I don't think I would be so good with cameras. Yeah, a little creepy joke. Changing the world feels like really, really hard, right? If you ask anyone, it just like feels so hard. So like in that way, it kind of, for me, it feels like my Uncle Frank. Hard. Yeah, that one's never done well. It's okay. Gotta do it a few times. Yeah. Remember when I was born? Well, I don't remember. That was a bad segue, because I don't remember. But I was told, there was this thing when I was born that I had a skin condition. The doctor brought me out, he said, "I'm sorry, your son has a problem producing melanin, and now he's permanently white." It's a problem, yeah. I try not to talk about it, but it's okay though, like, I kinda got good with cosmetics because of it, you know? I get figured it out. Thank you. I don't think I'm ready to have kids yet, not just because I'm young, like, there's some things about me, like, I still pee with the door open. You do that? I've been peeing with the door open, like, since I could stand up. I've never gotten positive feedback from that. Like, why is it I can, like, go over there and I can pee on a tree, but, like, all of a sudden when there's a roof involved, like, no one can know I'm peeing. Like, I gotta wash my hands. Like, I get you, man. You pee on a tree, you're not washing your hands. Don't touch anything. Like, maybe you got hand sanitizer in the car, but maybe not. Yeah. I think you just gotta plant a tree, like, in the middle of the house, and then it's not a problem anymore. Just pee on the tree. Yeah, so I'm not ready to have kids yet. I like going to the movies alone. It could be fun sometimes, you know? You got no one there to, like, distract you from the movie. I like movies. But there's also, like, no one there to be like, "Put your dick away, we're in public." Alright. That's the movies, yeah. You don't have to go alone. I've been going alone, but, you know. When I go out with someone, you know, I like to be nice. I'm like, you know, I can pay for your meal, pay for your Uber, pay for your hearse, whatever it is.
God damn.
I think, like, if Uber had, like, a hearse function, like the Uber hearse, that would be kind of neat, you know? Like, I need to get a body picked up at Al's Hot Chicken. No, the one on Venice Boulevard, yeah. It'd be like, "Christian is arriving shortly. in a black Cadillac. License plate number U dead 123. That's my big Uber idea. I could make $20,000 on that. I estimated it. I used to ride a bike to school every day. So, like, I get it. I'm cool with bikers now. I look out for them. But I never did push a stroller to school. Watch out, moms. Watch out. Yeah, that's a good one. You know, like, you can tell when you're high. When, like, I guess I'm like the little kid talking about being high. But you can tell you're high when someone says hi. And you're like, is it obvious? Like, what gave it away? Saying hi to people. Yeah, there could be more. Being a monk feels like it would be pretty hard, you know? It's perceived as being pretty hard, I think. But, like, I feel like on the opposite side, like, being a porn star would be way harder. Like, what's worse, no sex or, like, only sex all the time? I don't know what's worse. Like, would you rather not ever eat ice cream again or only ever have to eat ice cream again? That's where it is right now. Yeah. It's alright. Eating ice cream is cool. You can get fat. I like fat people. No fat people here. You guys are still cool, but I like fat people. You know? My roommate's pretty fat right now. He told me he didn't used to be, but he's pretty fat right now. That's all I know. And I like living with him. He's funny. But the problem living with fat people is no leftovers. You know? I can't come home late after this and go eat my pork lo mein from Monday because it's gone. The fridge is empty. I don't know why we have a fridge. That's what's up. I'm taking your catchphrase, man. That's what's up. Yeah. Getting older is interesting, I hear. It's like, it's all about loosening up. I was talking to Patty. He's like, yeah, it's just about, you know, I can't do the accent when he's not here. I gotta hear it to do it. He's like, it's just about not giving as many fucks. That's what he told me, you know? I like to think about what my mom would say to that. But there's like things my mom can say to me, and it's like a compliment, but I can't say back to her because I'm younger, you know? Like if I haven't seen her in a while, she could be like, oh Josh, it's so good to see you. Like you look so grown up, so mature, so old. I'm so proud of you. But I can't turn around and be like, Mom, what's up? You look mature. Looking older, I see. You added some new wrinkles, I see. You know, she could be like, wow, I remember you were just this tall like yesterday and now you're growing up. Wow, you're even taller every time I see you. For me, it's like, wow, I remember you used to be taller than me. Are you shrinking? Old people shrink, right? Are you old? I think she's getting old, you know? She'd be like, I remember you were just a newborn baby with a skin disease. And now there's hair growing on your chin. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you all grown up, you know? And I definitely can't be like, Mom, I remember when you were, is that hair growing on your chin? Oh, that is gross. You gave me the light, right?
You have two.
Oh, I have two.
Less than two now.
Oh.
You have one.
I have one, guys. Well, I guess I'll tell one joke then. One day, this is what I told my dad, one day, I'm going to be like you. I'm going to run your company, take over the family business, do what you do. That was a big moment for me. Life-changing decision for me. He didn't answer, though. Eulogies. All right, thanks, guys. You've been very nice. I'm Josh Kaplan. Here 3 days a week, usually.
Okay, well, you have a...
Not yet.
Okay.
I will work on it.
All right.
Find me on YouTube.
There you go. YouTube blood.
He looks like the son I didn't have. Are you mixed?
No. I'm mixed with a Jew and another Jew.
Oh. You look like you got some tar in you. But all Jews are black. I was taught that as a child, that it's a colored person turned inside out.
I was black. That's what my mom told me.
The same thing?
When I was a baby, I saw a black guy and I was like, I'm like you. And then she was like, no, let's go.
Oh my God.
I don't remember that, though.
My daughter walked up to a complete stranger. My daughter does not look like me, my oldest one. I'm not going to get into it right now. Just not, because they think I'm the nanny all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And she runs up to this guy at the DMV, and she just grabs this big nigga sitting up there. She's like, excuse me, are you my Uncle Junie boy? And I was like, nigga, what was wrong with you? And he was like, you know, because kids touching you and all that, and then it just... And the same thing, and I never do any time in between, but this is ridiculous. I see a woman at my cardiologist office, and she has on flip-flops, and she has a toe growing on the top of each foot.
Oh, damn.
So she has 5 toes in one. So I see it, and I look at my daughter like this. And I said to her, "Don't you say a word." And she says, "But Mama, they're polished." And they were. Can you imagine Kim, the Korean nail salon specialist in New York? Oh, you got extra nail. You pay now. You pay now. I said it because I can. Because when you're Swedish and black, you look like a Puerto Rican. Your mother, a Jehovah's Witness who loves country western music and sells Amway while cheating on Mary Kay, gives you a Hindu name, sends you to an Irish Catholic school with an Italian mafioso sausage owner, you're bound to be fucking different. How about that? How about that? And this is a really different room, and I'm so glad to bring up this next person. I only know him as MJ. So let's see what's up, MJ. Come on up.
Hey.
I got confused. So sorry.
Here, are good?
Hello. Oh, so sorry.
Make sure you wash your hands with expectations. Hi, I'm MJ. We're just gonna keep it there to keep it mysterious. Hi. I'm turning 21 soon, so that's exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah, turning 21 on Monday. My friend and I were originally gonna go to Vegas because we had no other ideas and no money. So, but we put a stop to that because we have no ideas and no money. Because people were like, "Oh, go to Vegas, like go gambling." But my friend's like not 21 yet. I'm like in that age where I have like friends. I'm like, "Oh wait, you're 19. Shit, we can't do anything."
Right.
And they're like, "I can still do things." I'm like, "I don't want to go to like jail hanging out with you." But no, the thing I was really excited for about Las Vegas was not like getting the drink legally, or like going to like gamble, was because there's this place on the Las Vegas Strip called Camelot where you can go to medieval times, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to that. And I think my friend was like, we can go to that place and other things, but I'm like, no, I want to go to Vegas to go to medieval times. So I think that maybe it's a good thing that we're not going. Just make a 5-hour like bus trip just to go to something I went to in the Midwest. There's a lot of things you go to in the Midwest. You're like used to driving like 5 hours to go to nowhere. Like I went to Gatlinburg as a kid. You were saying that earlier. We went in the summer though, and it was like, man, I can't wait to go up a ski slope with no snow. They let you go up there, and you're like, oh, I guess it's a mountain. We don't have enough of those in the Midwest. But no, yeah, it was fun. You do a lot of things as a kid that you like don't remember. Like my mom was like showing me the other day, like, oh, remember you were like an American Girl doll model? And I'm like, I was? Apparently I was. I was like, anyone know like Kit Kittredge?
Yeah.
She's like the one in like the Depression who's like blonde and like, I'm so sorry.
Kit Kittredge.
No, she's like, oh, I'm impoverished because my parents used to own a car business, but now they can't because of the Depression. And that was like her struggle, and I'm like, oh, she's so much like me. I used to be blonde before I discovered things about my gender and sexuality, and I was like, I need to be blue to reflect this. I used to have a short, like, blonde hair, and I guess they saw that, and they were like, you should be Christmas Kit, and I was. I don't know for how long. I don't actually remember the experience at all, because I was like 6, and it's like handed me a doll, and I like held it, and I like looked cute, I assume. I was way cuter as a kid. Like now I'm sort of like going through like a phase where like, oh, this jean jacket could also be a picnic basket, you know, like, you know, a fun time. But no, the only thing I remember about this American Girl doll experience is that like they took me on like a runway and they were like, okay, walk, and I'm like, I can do that, so I walked. But then like this lady held up a sign like going like too fast, and so I'm like, oh, okay, so I walked slower. Then she held up another sign that was like too slow, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I was like 6, and they like had given me nothing but like $6 with like cheese cubes behind the stage, and I was just like, I'm just confused. So I ended my modeling experience. So apparently my mom told me that like some people from the Gap came afterwards, and she was like, oh, do you want like MJ to like do like modeling for us? And she's like, no, it's fine. I already give her body image issues. No, but I remember coming out to my mom. I mean, I'm gay. The blue hair didn't indicate that, and everything else about my persona. I came out to my mom in a parking lot, which is fun because I also came out to my dad in a different parking lot. This was Kroger's parking lot. Then I came out to my sister on the road, and I'm like, if we're going, you can't stop, you know? So I can't stop and be like, what the hell? But no, my mom was the worst reaction. I actually came out to my mom several times. She took a while to like register it. Like the first time I came back from like summer writing camp and I was like, Mom, I discovered something. She's like, oh no, how about we go see Hamilton? So she like distracted me from my own coming out. She was like, oh, you know, it's not gay Broadway. And I'm like, oh yeah. I don't need to tell you I'm gay for another 3 years. But I did. And she was like, no, that can't be true. Like you don't, I know you, and like, you're not this. I'm like, oh, you don't know me at all, you know? We had that Spanish exchange student. I had a massive crush on her, and that's why I didn't speak a word to her. Also because I couldn't speak Spanish. I don't know how we had an exchange student. But I came out to my dad, and that was a much better experience because we were in a Kroger's parking lot, and my mom was coming to pick us up. I don't know why I thought this was the best time, but we like holding the groceries, waiting for my mom. I'm like, Dad, I have something to tell you. My dad's a very like stoic guy. He's like, oh, what is it? And I'm like, oh, okay, bye. And I like hopped in the car, and I'm like, he can't ask me in the car. He didn't. He waited until we were like back at home, and he was like, oh, honey, did you think I was gonna like react poorly? I'm like, yeah, you never know, Mom. But he's like, I have a cousin who's gay, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, she brings her like wife every Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, that's who she keeps showing up with. I just thought they were like the roommate who showed up in matching flannel. Is that it? Okay, I've never done this before, so I'm just gonna end right there. So thank you so much.
And get back up there and tell us where we can find you on social media.
You can't find me. I'm not on social media.
So we'll
Hey,
find you right here.
relatable.
Yes. All right, listen. You don't even know.
I got Kittredge's shoes still. I'm sick of that American Doll looking like me. Not one. There was no mixed American Girl doll. But we have something mixed right now. And here we're going to get a flyer and get into the groove with the one and only Lila. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh, am I going?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. I'm not really prepared, but I have.
Listen, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We just come up here and we do it.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna
it.
do it.
I guarantee it's Lincoln.
Hey guys, I'm Lila.
Let's go.
Oh,
How's
what
it
is
going, guys?
How you doing?
So give me 1 second while I get my papers in order. I'm almost off book. I'm gonna be performing at the Laugh Riot Girl Festival on June 6th, and so I'm trying to get ready for that. I'm so sorry, my papers are out of order because I didn't know I was just like coming to check this place out because I've never been here.
You gotta be kidding me, because you gotta go up. You gotta show.
I didn't know. I thought I could just sit and watch. But I have jokes. I have jokes. I think they're pretty good.
Man, bless something or man.
Hey guys.
Give it up for Lila!
Woo! Thank you. Give it up for you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So, boyfriends. Any of you have boyfriends?
Nope.
Girlfriends. Any of you have girlfriends?
Nope.
One. Maybe. All right. Well, yeah, they've got there's that whole love language thing going on these days. You've heard of that, like find out your partner's love language, match up. Well, my boyfriend's love language is rotisserie chicken. And at first I didn't get it. I went and I got the rotisserie chicken, I put it on a nice plate, I made the salad, I made the rice. It was a good dinner, but I was missing something. And then I figured out what I was missing. It was the deboning. Deboning a rotisserie chicken is disgusting.
Yeah.
And but if you do it right, and look, I'm no like femme fatale, but if you do it right, there's something like disgusting. No, wrong word. There's something. What kind of Freudian slip was that? There's some. I love your laugh so much. Thank you. It's so beautiful. There's something kind of dangerous and sexy about it. So now I get it. I always forget what the next one is. Oh yeah, I love a tight fit. I find it very satisfying. Jigsaw puzzles, for instance. I kind of think of them as like, male and female parts. And so I was working on Birds of the Amazon, and I needed a blue piece with one fat dick and one skinny dick with a white tip. And that's how I finished the part where the cockatiel's feathers were against the blue sky. parking my SUV in the Trader Joe's parking lot in the compact spot.
Always.
Worth all the dings on my car door. I love it. Especially if like I'm walking away and I can see out of the corner of my eye someone like wriggling out of their car because I'm too close. It feels so good. So I live in my family home. Anyone else live at home? In their family home?
Yes.
You do. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm Gen X, so I left, and then I came back. But it's a sweet deal. It's really quite nice. And my mom got some mail the other day, and it was marked urgent. And I know that because it said urgent. And I don't know how urgent it could be because she's been dead for 30 years. Another weird thing happened, and I wanted to call my dad. And it was very weird because I never want to call my dad. That's not something that happens. But too late because he's dead too. So sorry, my timing's a little off. I do miss him. Even I don't know how y'all feel about your parents, but either way, it's kind of hard when they go. There's a lot of stuff to unpack.
Oh,
isn't there?
So much.
So I'm always surprised when I meet a person who grew up in Los Angeles. Any of you all from Los Angeles or grew up here? I'm always surprised when I meet someone who hasn't met an Iranian Jew.
Shocked. I'm
like, don't you go to the doctor? Like the dentist? See a lawyer or anything? So, I'm not making a racist joke. I am in the club. I am not in the doctor club. I didn't even try. I was supposed to be in the lawyer club because I'm really good at arguing. It's all because of you, Dad! Oh, I learned it from you, Dad. That's the phrasing. Is that a generational thing? May I ask, do you guys know that phrase? I learned it from you, Dad. It was like a commercial from I don't know the 80s.
He's on drugs?
Yeah, it's a drug thing? Okay, you know it is. I just said it wrong. It's supposed to be, I learned it from you, Dad, but I'm old. Okay, so we've all heard that comics, get up here on stage because we didn't get the love we, needed from our families, but I'm pretty sure I do it to find out if I'm a failure. And judging from your reaction, maybe I am.
Never here. Never here.
No, thank you. Thank you. So I was looking at the Ace Hardware circular. That's how old I am. I'm looking at the coupons, years old. And I saw they were selling a box of rags for $11. And so I just filed that away in my brain for the future. And then all of a sudden, the earth started to shake, and it was my immigrant mother turning over in her grave. And she said to me, Layla John, that means Lila dear. If you have any Persian friends, just if you tack John onto the end of their names, they will squeal with delight because you're speaking our language. Layla John, why do you want to spend money on garbage? Tear up a t-shirt. It takes 2 minutes. Then she rose from the dead, and she did it for me.
Okay.
Jesus rose from the dead to tell Christians that they were saved. Jewish moms rise from the dead to help you save $11. Oh, wow. Claps. Claps.
That was a good one.
Oh, thanks. I thought it was pretty good. So I'm proud of my family background. It took a while, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other set. 10 years of therapy. But, I can't exactly wear it on a t-shirt. It kind of looks like a multiple choice question. There's Iranian, Iraqi, Jewish, American. I guess I could sum it up with, those are the wrong words. I guess I could shorten it to plagued with inner conflict. That would sum it up, really. Speaking of ethnic pride, my people, we don't have a parade. I'm going to trip on this carpet here.
I tell them every time.
Yeah, my people, we don't have a parade. That would just be a family reunion with street permits. But I'll tell you, it would be fun. Anyone ever party with a Persian?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. 2 minutes, thank you. Well, when the belly dancers hit the dance floor at my cousin's engagement party, everyone was dancing and clapping and getting into it and making that sound. Do you guys know that sound that's like usually when someone's gonna do a jihad in a movie? So this is a safe space. If you want to try it, here's your opportunity, right? You can do it with me. You guys, you missed your chance.
I tried.
Come on. Anyhow, is that my time?
No, that was just a phone going on.
Oh, okay.
You gotta.
Okay. So my boyfriend is spooked, and he's not spooked because of the terrorist sound. He's spooked because the place has turned into a strip club, and my uncle is making it rain. And my response was, they're probably just $1 bills. And, he's there trying to point out to me that women are selling their bodies at my cousin's engagement party, and I'm just worried about how cheap my uncle looks. So I don't know what that says about our cultures, but there it is. So, thank you. That's me.
My name is what, and where can I be found on social media?
Oh, yes, hello. So I am on social media at Lila_escapes. That's my Instagram. So LILA_escapes. And I'm going to be at the Tao Comedy Club on the 6th.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you, Lila. Sorry about the wrong. Where the hell do you think you're going? Is that your makeup bag?
Yeah, it's my makeup bag.
Lila June. Yeah. It shows the difference, by the way, if you say Jean or June. I've learned that. We need more Persian comics, so if you find some more women, let me know. Because every time they come up here, they're like, I can't because of my community.
Oh, really?
Lenny, get up. We got to go.
Oh, my
We're doing it. Give it up for Lenny.
Woo! How's everybody?
All right.
Sorry for a smell. I just shit my pants, bro. I was walking back from the bathroom and I'm like, oh shit. Fucking jihadis took over or something. Yeah, I'm stupid like that. I mean, I'm stupid now, but I was a really fucking stupid kid, you know what I mean? Growing up, I used to think that Muslim women were ninjas. You know what I mean? I didn't know any better. I was like 5 or 6. I'd see a woman in a burqa and I'd just be like, you know what I usually kill. Alright, fuck it. My name's Lenny. How you all doing? Hey. Alright. Just graduated high school recently. Alright. Yeah, thank you, one person. Had a lot of fun in high school. Mostly because I look like a school shooter. When the principal thinks you're a school shooter, you own the fucking school, you know what I mean? I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted. He'd be like, you're late today. I was like, am I? Would you rather have one kid not be here or all them? Yeah. Made a lot of friends in high school. Made this friend named Room. It's a weird name, it's even weirder fucking person. Room told me when he turned 18 he's gonna get a tattoo on his right arm that said Mom, and a tattoo on his left arm that said Dad. I was like, oh, that's gonna be fucking weird when you jack off, isn't it? There we go. At least I got one person who enjoys this shit. I actually used to drive a Mustang in high school. Then my principal bought me. Drove that thing around every fucking day. I used to, at least, before one day I was fucking driving it and there's this huge fucking muddy puddle that was filled with fucking mud and horse shit. And who the fuck knows what, right? So I'm just driving my car down the road. I see that puddle. Naturally, I swerve off the fucking road, right? And somebody's small child went to check the mail. So I was like, oh shit, I have to fucking swerve last minute so I hit this fucking kid, you know what I mean? When I tell you I was washing my car for hours that night, shit, I mean it. His blood doesn't come out easily. Alright, I might be cutting that one. Fucking A. How you guys feel about parents? I hate parents. I hate parents. Well, not all parents. I just hate parents that tell you it's fine to smoke around their kids. Then they fucking freak out when you whip out a crack pipe. Oh, shit. There we go. Late on that one. Tell a lot of dark jokes. I'm actually a really good person. For example, I once gave my most prized possession to a homeless woman. My virginity. I love fucking homeless women though, I'm not gonna lie. Like I love fucking homeless women, bro. They're the best. They don't take long to get ready. And best of all, I know they don't have to be home at a certain time.
And you can drop them off anywhere.
You can drop them off anywhere. Shit, I gotta add that. That's fucking great. Shit. So I got fired from a job recently. It was my first day too. Fucking weird first day. All we did was watch training videos, right? So we just went in, fucking sat in a small room, little computer video, and we just watched a bunch of fucking training videos. And first one was on sexual harassment. And I was like, look, I already know how to sexually harass. I'm cutting that joke. I wrote that shit years ago, but I'm like, fucking stupid. Shit. What else do I have? How much time am I at?
You have 5.
Alright. Want to start a YouTube channel? Want to start a YouTube channel for ISIS? I feel like it'd really blow up. Shit. I like t-shirts. I like t-shirts like a little bit of information in the front. Then most t-shirt information's in the back. Because when someone walks past you, it's like a little movie teaser in the movie. Might be cutting that one too. I think Dracula's a bit of an asshole. It's just me. This goes around fucking biting people in the necks and stuff, you know what I mean? It's a fucking cunt move. Like, I know he used to drink blood to live and shit, but couldn't he just go after women on their period? Like, why? It's a much nicer way to do that. I'm cutting that one too, fuck it.
You can fix it.
I do gotta fix it. Eddie Griffin did something similar though, and you can tell him I said it, so I'm just like, we'll see. Fuck. I'm Clitter. You guys know what cliteracy is? Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one.
Make sure you say it so everybody knows it's yours.
Oh yeah, this was mine, everybody. I hereby claim this. I think I first told it January 30th or something. So that's staking my claim.
That's right.
Nobody steal that shit.
That's right.
I'll fucking kill you.
Unless you're a homeless one.
Yeah. Or if your kids are in school, then you know. All right.
What?
You're a little slow on that one. Alright, fuck it. Moving on. I didn't really know much about what a clitoris was or clitori. But I was informed that the woman teaching the class, Sophia Wallace, shout out to her, informed me that I love Sophia. She's great. But she told me that a clitoris, she's like, oh, this is the clitoris, but you can think of it as a head of a penis. I was like, I'd rather not. Like, that's this is why feminists lose men right there. This is That's why, yeah. She also said we can't use the word cunt because it's like degrading to women or something. And I love Sophia. I have a lot of respect for her. I really have a lot of respect for everything that she's taught me, and it's really changed my world in a lot of ways. And I think that a lot of feminists, especially radical feminists, have a lot to say, and I think it's a lot that the world needs to hear. But it's really hard to listen to them sometimes, because a lot of them just come off as so fucking cunty that cutting that one too. Fuck it. I should readjust it more. Should readjust it. All right, how much time do I have left? I want to do. All right, I'm just going. I don't want to take up everyone's time because I missed all your sets. Disrespect or anything. So I'm gonna tell one more and then get off. Just graduated high school recently. In case you didn't hear. You guys remember high school? You guys remember Dare? Those bunch of cunts. Yeah, it's unsuccessful bunch of cunts. If I was gonna scare a kid off drugs, I would not bring him to Dare. You know where I'd bring him? Any open mic in America. Thank you all very much. Good night. Lenny McKenzie on Instagram, and I'm gonna be performing at Sunset Cafe tomorrow at 8. If any of you can make the time, we'd be extremely appreciative. It's gonna be me, Monica, and a bunch of other regulars here performing there. And if we bring enough people, we might actually get paid. So thank you all very much. It's my time. Good night.
All right, Lenny. So this was indeed
a great night. And I want to thank all you guys who watched, because I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it and we can't see them watching.
Thank you to our 5 viewers.
No.
Right now.
I'm telling you, I don't know what gives. I don't know how. They're not, I don't even see them viewing it and they see it.
See us.
But we can't see them. But we see you, and I see you. And I'm Sundar Kronquist. And listen, if you ever have any, you need coaching, if you need comedy classes, if you have to prepare for a speech, if you have to prepare for a beauty pageant, all of the above, I can help you. If you have to prepare for jail, I'm there for you too. Have a great night. I'm Sundar Kronquist. Find me at Sundar Live. And Monica, we're off.
We done.
We done.